Hey everybody.
Hey, hi. It's Clint and Mary here.
We're gonna give people a minute to join here, see what we get. It's our first live session on this group, so see how it goes. Be close here. Nothing's supposed to do finish this or I mean, right,
Probably. We're pretty new at this.
Perfect. There we go.
All right. Should we start?
Should we start? Okay, you guys can watch it when it's done, or if anybody joins, we'll catch you up. So, Clint and Mary here. We have a few of you have joined the group and have been sort of seeing some of the topics we've been exploring with you and the invitations we've been extending. And as you know, our big idea is that all families deserve to be happy, and that's I think a mission that we want to take on. You know, we want to make sure that every family has a chance at happiness. We know there's a lot of happiness to be had in this world, and we know that a lot of families already are happy, but maybe they're also seeking for a little more happiness and joy in their lives.
I think that's all of us always.
Aren't we all?
Are trying to just do something a little bit better or get a little better at being, a parent or a sibling or a child. So yeah, so maybe we should just introduce our family a little bit, right?
Sure.
We have 6 kids, and their ages are from 20 down to a 5-year-old who would tell you that she is almost 6. So 6 to 20 is about our range right now. So we feel like we've learned a lot in those 20 years of and found a lot of resources and things that we've used to help parent all of our ages, and now we're kind of just jumping into parenting an adult child. So that's our next exciting step. And we live in California, Northern California, and have been here for almost as long as we've been married. We had some schooling and then moved here. So it's about us and our family.
Yeah, and I think, thanks, Mary. And I think the great thing about families is they come in all shapes and sizes, right? And I think that one thing that I noticed in starting this group, or we noticed in starting this group, is that we've gotten a lot of mixed reactions about our message, right? And some are really positive on just the concept of family, and some are not so positive, and it comes with a lot of baggage for some people, right? And we're not putting a box around what a family is. We think families come in all different shapes and sizes. I think that when I think about family, I think not only about our immediate family, but also our extended family. And, we'll share experiences that we have with our immediate family and that we have with our extended family and the things we learn. We learn a ton from our extended family. Mm-hmm. And we have, I have 4 siblings, and Marianne has 4 siblings. And of course we have, cousins and all that. But then I also think about those who've come before us, our ancestors, and how, studies have shown that, we draw strength and resiliency from, understanding where we come from in terms of family. And so that may be part of our messaging and the experiences that we share as well.
Yeah, that has played a big part in our family, is exploring who came before us, and we've got stories that we love reading and sharing with the kids, and a lot of that we've done through ancestry.com. So we'll probably share a little bit about that so you can enjoy it as well. It's been really, really awesome for us.
Yeah. And so that's the family piece, I think, of our mission. And then the happy piece of our mission, which we talked about a little bit, is we think everyone wants to be happy. Kind of a no-duh kind of message. Mm-hmm. But happiness is also very relative. And what I've been studying and learning about happiness from, positive psychology, the latest science of positive psychology, is that there are ways to kind of understand what drives our happiness, and understanding that can help us tune our behaviors and work on ourselves and work on our relationships in a way that that we can increase the amount of happiness we have in this life. So that's a big part of what we want to do too. I think we want feedback, we want input on what is concerning you in your lives and what you would think we could help you with. We also want feedback on what's going great in your lives and what you've learned that's brought more happiness to you in your family life. And so don't hesitate to respond to the posts we do. Don't hesitate on these live sessions, and we'll do more of them. You can share comments, and the group can kind of react to those. But Mary and I were just talking about how she was visiting some friends today and hadn't seen them in a while, and they were just visiting, and they just got on the topic of, what was it like?
Their oldest is now 13, and she said, we are having a lot of teenage moments at our house, and there's a lot of disrespectful things going on in our house, and stuff that they're saying to me I just don't like. What do you do to help with teenagers? What have you done? So it was really cool that we just sat there and we kind of came up with a game plan, things that I've learned, resources I've used, or we have. So
Sure.
And it was cool that I think we left that conversation both feeling like we had things that we wanted to work on, both of us. It reminded me of things I've studied and I've done. I need to kind of refresh on those as we kind of head into our next teenager that's coming up. So it was that. I would love to see that happen in this group. Just like, what resources do you use? What catchphrases do you use with your kids that have helped, to kind of settle and calm a conversation that is kind of starting to build up and work up. So
yeah, that's great. And there's lots of resources out there. I mean, there's lots of chat rooms and other groups on Reddit, and parenting groups, and every kind of group. And there's of course Love and Logic and other great resources that we can all study together. But I think what I think we hope this can become is a little bit more of a one-stop shop. Not just like, okay, we go to this for that bit of information, or we go over here for something else. But there's a lot we can do together, I think, as we grow this group. A couple last things that I'd like to add. One is you'll see some themes in our posts of late, around relationship development, personal development. So those will continue, and that'll be a continued piece. If you like that, if that's helpful, let us know so we can continue that. We do have around really 4 core areas that we want to focus on over the next little while, and probably take one a week and kind of rotate through them. But those really are around physical health, mental and emotional well-being, mind and intellectual growth, and spiritual health. I think we'll kind of explore some of those things, and there's probably going to be other things that we'll come across that we want to share, but it seems like our most of our content kind of centers in those areas. Yeah.
Yep.
And I think also the concept of parenting is not really, we don't necessarily want this to be all about parenting. Like I said, there's other resources, but parenting is a good topic. I mean, any topic is fair game, so please share in the comments what you're interested in. But like household management, family culture, strengthening relationships, these are all kind of things that I think, as we work on what I call the 4 balanced personal investment areas, physical health, mental and emotional health, spiritual health, and then mind and intellectual growth. These areas can really bleed into every aspect of our lives. And so we'll sort of hit on those, but also the topics of life, the topics of a family, child rearing, running a household. These things will all be part of what we focus on.
Yeah, we've already posted a little bit, but I've got a couple little, what do you call it, little infographic.
Yeah.
I'm learning an infographic. So just little things like, I've kind of learned some of these things over, the last 20 years of how to even do like mundane tasks, household tasks, laundry or whatever. And I feel like I've done a lot of research on some of these things and practiced a lot. And I would love to share some of those things that have worked really well for me. And then also hear from you about oh, well, if you change this and that, that might work better. And yay. So we would love to have this be interactive. That would be really cool.
For sure. Yeah, and then lastly, we're not perfect, and life doesn't always go great, and so happiness comes in part through getting through challenging times and learning what the, what the antithesis of happiness is, and so we don't want there to be a feeling of like we have to sugarcoat things in this group, that everyone has to put their big smile on. Like, we want this to be a community too where we support each other through hard times, and there's a lot of big issues going on in the world right now, and overseas, in the U.S., probably in your own communities, there's serious things going on, and so let's make this real. Let's not pretend that those things don't exist. That's not what happiness is about. It's not about ignoring the realities of life. So we're excited to get to know you. We hope that you're doing well, and if you are going through a particularly rough time, don't hesitate to reach out and let us know how we can help.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, take care. Bye.